everyone. Welcome to Wit.ai session at FA Refresh. My name is Nancy Lee, a product manager at Facebook Reality Lab, leading our AI developer platform effort. I'm passionate about giving people the tools to easily use AI to accelerate social connections and business success. Pan is my partner today for this session. He's our partner engineer for Wit.ai, who works closely with our partners and developer ecosystem. We're really excited to talk to you about taking your customer experience to the next level with voice and natural language. We'll walk you through the possibilities voice and contextual AI brings in our mission and progress with Wit.ai in our ecosystem. Then I'll hand over to Pan to show you how you can easily use Wit.ai to build it yourself. The voice user interface has the potential to completely shift the current human and computer interaction paradigm. The powerful combination of voice with visual responses and applications gives your customers a new way to communicate with your business. One of the biggest wants and need from people is to save time. Most of us are too busy. Voice often can enable ultra-low friction human interactions. We found it really helpful for users to skip multiple steps using voice. We have seen so many proven ROI in messaging experiences with lower customer service cost and enhanced customer experience with voice and natural language. Ultimately, we believe voice makes it easy for people to order and reorder things and can help to increase your revenue. Lastly, talking is such a fundamental thing to the way we get things done with other people. We believe it's one of the most natural and fastest way for humans to get things done with devices as well. At Facebook Reality Labs, we're creating the next computing platform with AR, VR. We're seeing brilliant new ideas coming from that new ecosystem about building completely new experiences that can only be possible with voice in immersive new realities, like use your voice to cast a spell in VR. Our mission is to scale and democratize voice and AI development to enable anyone to be able to build this type of differentiated experiences. Wit.ai is our platform to share our innovations with the world. Throughout the years, Wit.ai has integrated support for Messenger, Instagram, Portal, and Oculus. Back in mid-2020, we added voice commands, enabling players to navigate and control quests hands-free but via double-pressing the Oculus controller button or the existing button in the home menu. And recently in February this year, we made it easier to access the voice commands by adding an optional Hey Facebook wake word to Quest 2. This makes it easier to take screenshots, cast, group up with your friends, and more. Record your favorite moments in Mist without leaving the island. Start casting Beat Saber to your friends without dropping your combo. Or launch right into a new game without digging through your library. This is powered by the same unified technology stack as Wit.ai. Hope it makes you wonder what you could build yourself. Last year, we released a refreshed Wit.ai experience, unifying Wit.ai with our first-party AI and machine learning technology stack. This enables us to be able to deliver more and more in-house innovations to the ecosystem faster over time. We shipped an Insights feature, helping developers track usage of their Wit.ai apps and making it easier to improve their most popular intents and entities. At the end of last year, we also shipped 40+ built-in intents, from managing timer to getting weather information to playing media. This is our first step, reaping the benefits of the unified infra. These are ready-to-use, high-quality intents designed by Facebook's expert linguists and trained by Wit.ai engineers. This means developers can save time by not having to build and train custom intents from scratch. We've seen amazing momentum and growth for the Wit.ai developer community. We're celebrating with 200,000 plus developers, 132 languages and counting, 10,000 plus weekly active applications. We have seen an incredible 5,300 plus participants in the 2 Facebook hackathons Wit.ai track in 2020. Vouch uses Wit.ai to build a successful digital concierge service for hotel chains in Singapore. One of their hotel customers seeing 90% of online queries automatically answered, and 40% reduction in front desk load, and 30% reduction in call center volume after adopting Vouch's product. Let's take a look.
Meet Andy. It's our digital concierge system that's powered by AI. It helps us to get guest feedback, answer routine FAQs, and also to give out personalized itineraries. The idea for Andy came about at STB's Hotel Innovation Challenge. This was in 2017 when Under Singapore was identified as a pilot hotel to actually test out this solution. So this solution would have allowed us to be wherever the guests needed us to be and at whatever time they needed us to be at. Through STB, we were introduced to Vouch, a local company, and together with them, we created Andy. Working together with the colleagues from the other departments, from front office, housekeeping, F&B, as well as my team in the Marcoms team, we worked together to create a list of FAQs and responses that was then used to educate the AI. This ultimately reduced the number of inquiries that came directly to any one of the employees.
In order to be truly useful to the hotel, we knew we needed to get as many guests as possible to use the digital concierge. So what we did was we integrated it into the Wi-Fi landing page so that any guest, the moment you connect to Wi-Fi, will be able to seamlessly access the services and information contained within. We wanted to align the personality of the bot with Anga's brand, so we did that right from the start to make sure that we didn't have to do it later on. We also found that some of the conversations were too long-winded, so we cut them down to make it more succinct for guests to use.
Another company, Core Travel, also used Wit.ai to provide contact-free hotel check-ins. They found incredible product market fit during COVID. Spill Coffee is one of last year's Facebook Hackathon winners, using Wit.ai's natural language processing capabilities to monitor brand reputation trends to help small, medium businesses, especially e-commerce businesses, understand and evaluate business opportunities. Let's take a quick look.
Welcome to Spilled Coffee. We build easy tools to empower small businesses to take control of their brand. Tools that make media monitoring, reputation tracking, and competitive analysis effortless. Let's get started with the demo. First, I'll log in with my Google account. Now let's make our first search. One of my favorite local businesses is Cat's Deli in New York. I'll search across Yelp, Twitter, and news. The search will take some time to collect results from these platforms. In the meantime, we can go to the search history page and see that our search is in progress. You can view information about other searches you've made in the past year as well.
As we talk about AR/VR, here is an example from the Wit.ai community using voice in fitness AR scenarios. When you're sweating, it makes sense to talk to your virtual trainer and not reach for a controller.
Start dancing.
Now, let's see how experiences like this are actually built with Wit.ai. Pan, hand over to you.
Thanks, Nancy. Hi, everyone. Now that we've seen some examples on how voice can be integrated using Wit.ai with a variety of apps ranging from web, mobile, to VR apps, I want to show you the process of doing the integration. Now I'd like to show you a voice VR application I built that completely runs in the browser. It uses Wit.ai, A-Frame, and the Web Speech API. And I could say things such as a gizmo, add a box, and a box will be added to the VR environment. So let's quickly see a demo of this. A gizmo, add a box. A gizmo, drop a cylinder. Right there, we have our 3D objects just dropping into the VR environment. Now I'd like to show you how I built the corresponding Wit app that process my voice commands. So let's first go to Wit.ai and let's create a new app. I'll just call it demo in this case. Now, we had a few utterances or voice commands that we want to support, such as add a box. And we'll start training our Wit app to recognize it by adding sample utterances here. And then the sample utterance, we need to assign it an intent. And you'll see that there are built-in intents here, and you should definitely use them if they're relevant for your app. But in our case, we'll just create a custom intent called add object. And the next step is to identify the entity that is relevant inside your utterance, such as the box. And similarly, I'll add a custom entity type called object. Then you train your Wit app. So the other commands that we want to also support was drop a cylinder. And similarly to what we did earlier, we'll just also assign it the add object intent, annotate the cylinder as an object entity, and train it. Now, let's also train the app so it can understand polite commands as well, such as please add a sphere. And we'll similarly do the same thing, assign it the add object intent, and annotate sphere as the object entity. And that's about it. In a few easy steps, we were able to train a Wit app that can support those voice commands and other variations as well. You can find that entire source code on GitHub. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to what you build with Wit.ai and natural language processing.